Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX. Discover how some of the top executives are trading their own companies with our Insider Trades tool. See who's been buying or selling stock and what their trades say about insider sentiment. Use this unique big data tool to make more informed stock trades. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
And we're on. What's happening, people? Good morning, Europe, and welcome everyone to our live stream. My name is Andrew, and for the last 10 years, I worked in many institutional and retail Forex brokerages in Europe. Join me in this fantastic journey and find out what most Forex brokers don't want you to know. Here's what's happening in the markets today, guys, 3rd of December, 2020. Germany extends partial lockdown until January 10th as COVID cases increase. The US dollar is trading at the lows this morning after US announced that COVID fatalities reached 2,700 cases a day, creating a new record, and Los Angeles ordered residents to stay at home. European currencies rally overnight. Gold futures gained $20 on the Asian trading session, and Bitcoin loses momentum, pausing the rally at $19,000. And in case you missed the announcement, guys, we're broadcasting live on our new YouTube channel. You can find the link in the description down below. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, and support us in delivering more great content. This show is proudly sponsored by our partners at Markets.com. European markets open. Coming up. All right. Good morning, people. How are you feeling today? Let me know how you're doing. Type your comments. If you have any questions, type your questions, and I'll do my best to answer towards the end of the webinar. How are you guys doing this morning? Right. We have another busy day in the economic calendar with services PMI numbers eyed in the Eurozone, and in the afternoon, we have the initial jobless claims and the PMI data on the US front. The Democrats, guys, rejected yesterday the proposal of increasing the stimulus measures, adding more worries to the US economic recovery. And this morning, we saw a Brexit news, guys. Apparently, France warned the European Union it could veto a trade deal between the two parties if it doesn't like the terms. More about this topic in the next couple of minutes. Let's start with the economic calendar, guys, and see what's happening this morning and what's expected to happen during the day. As I mentioned a minute ago, we have quite a busy day in the economic calendar again, with quite a few announcements in the Eurozone. So we're going to start in 11 minutes with Spanish services PMI, Producer Manufacturing Index, followed by Italian PMI, French PMI, German PMI, and the market composite PMI in the Eurozone to be announced in the next hour. Yeah, so quite a bit of volatility might happen in the next hour on the Euro, and its other peers. In the just before lunchtime, guys, we're going to have composite PMI and services PMI announced on the pound. Then retail sales exactly at lunchtime, GMT plus 2 will come out on the Euro, in the Eurozone. And in the afternoon, guys, we're going to have the initial jobless claims, the market composite PMI, services PMI, and the non-manufacturing employment on the US dollar. Quite a busy day, one day ahead of the non-farm payroll numbers, which will be announced tomorrow at 3:30 GMT plus 2. Now, let's start with a very interesting article, guys. I wish I could have open the markets today with more positive news, with more good news, but unfortunately, it is what it is. So let's see what is happening today, guys. European stock markets are seen opening largely unchanged today, pausing for breath while waiting for more news about the COVID-19 vaccine approvals, as well as the Brexit trade negotiations. Let's not forget that this week is crucial for Brexit, guys. The EU delegation and the UK delegation are meeting once again this week to try and seal a Brexit deal, a potential Brexit deal. So the UK leaves the European bloc with a deal at the end of December. At 2:05 a.m. Eastern Time, the DAX futures contract in Germany and CAC 40 futures in France traded less than 0.1% higher, and the FTSE 100 futures in the UK fell 0.1%. European indices are unchanged more or less than where they were yesterday. Yeah, on a lot of pressure and a lot of news coming from Europe. Yeah, let's remember, Germany extended the lockdown measures until January 10th, guys, as the COVID cases keep increasing. Global stock markets have seen stronger gains on the idea that vaccines to combat the COVID-19 virus are coming in shortly, returning the world's economies back to some form of normality, let's say. On Wednesday, the UK became the first country in the world to grant emergency approval to the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. The US and Europe are expected to follow in short order, while drug makers Moderna and AstraZeneca are also seen shortly offering up their products for approval. There was positive economic news earlier in the day, as the Kexin Services Purchase Manager Index for November came in at 57.8, beating expectations and showing the Chinese economy is well on the way to recovery. It's fantastic what's going on, guys, isn't it? When the entire world is in turmoil, when the economies are in turmoil and are struggling to recover, the Chinese economy is surprising us, doing really, really well and accelerating the fast recovery. It's amazing what's happening, isn't it? Let's move on with the article and see what else is happening. The equivalent European figures are due later today in the session, but are unlikely to be as upbeat given the restriction in place throughout much of the continent over the last month. Another potential fly in the, could be the negotiations surrounding the future Brexit relationship between the UK and the European Union after the end of the post-Brexit transition period on December 31st. France warned yesterday it could veto a trade deal between the two parties if it doesn't like the terms. A move that could mean trade with the UK next year would become subject to tariffs and quotas, which is not going to be all right for either one of the currencies. Not all right for the euro and not all right for the pound. Now, oil prices, guys, edged lower this morning, weighted by continued uncertainty over whether a group of leading producers will extend record production cuts that were made to balance out the severe hit on demand from the pandemic. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and Russia, a group known as OPEC Plus, had been widely expected to roll over cuts of 7.7 million barrels per day, at least until March 2021. However, there has been disagreement within the group of need to do so, particularly given the recent bounce in oil prices as vaccines have been approved. U.S. crude futures traded 0.2% lower at $45.20 a barrel, while the international benchmark Brent contract was largely flat at $48.26. Elsewhere, gold futures rose 0.3%, trading as high as 1,836 an ounce, while the euro-US dollar traded 0.1% higher at 121.21. Right. Now, the news isn't great. The news is not what we are expecting. However, a news like this can create some volatility in the markets. Guys, we're going to have a look at the charts of the day in a second and see how the European currencies advanced overnight on the back of a weak US dollar. We're coming back live in 30 seconds with the charts of the day and the signals of the day, guys. Stay tuned.
Discover how some of the top executives are trading their own companies with our Insider Trades tool. See who's been buying or selling stock and what their trades say about insider sentiment. Use this unique big data tool to make more informed stock trades. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right, and we're back with the charts of the day, guys. There we go. We're looking at crude oil WTI futures on a 60-minute chart. $45.38 for crude oil WTI this morning. We see a bit of a rally, very shy, but still a very good green engulfing candlestick in the right-hand side. Oil has pushed a bit higher on the Asian trading session, but the important thing is, how will the markets perform today? Today, is the day when OPEC Plus has another chat about potentially increasing or delaying the oil output from January next year. So 45.38 for crude oil WTI futures this morning, with the RSI turning around from the overbought levels, indicating a bit of weakness, a bit of potential weakness in the markets, and the stochastic pointing upwards. So a bit of mixed signals. We might see oil trading a bit higher, guys, based on the support that it has from all the three moving averages and the instability that is on the markets today. Let's move on to the euro, guys, which had an amazing rally on the US trading session as well as on the Asian trading session. 121.38 for the euro USD this morning. RSI stochastic way in the overbought levels. Let's see what's going to happen. Very good movement for the euro to the upside, guys, overnight. A bit of correction is expected. A bit of correction is expected always after a rally like this. So don't get ahead of, don't jump the gun, guys. We might see a bit of a correction this morning. We're going to have a look at the trading signals in a minute and see what is happening. Right, the pound, guys, GBP USD again on a 60-minute chart, 134.05 for the pound after an amazing rally last night. We might see the pound trading even higher today, targeting the 134.40 level. Yeah, about 34 pips higher than the current market price. We can see the RSI leaving a bit of room to between the current market price and the overbought levels, and we can see the stochastic turning around at the top. So again, we might see a bit of a correction. We might see the price coming back down to test that 20 moving average. Let me show you what might happen, right? This is what's expected to happen. A tiny correction, to the downside. Test those moving average. And then if the sentiment remains positive on the pound, then we might see a bounce towards the 134.30, 134.40, somewhere in that region. Now, the markets didn't react well to the news yesterday that UK was the first country in the world to approve the Pfizer vaccine, and the markets dropped sharply as the news came out. And then the markets digested the news. The traders came in with a lot of buy positions. Probably the big boys, the big banks went in with buy positions as well, pushing the pound higher, trading as high as 134.12 as things stand right now. Wow, impressive. USD JPY, on the other hand, guys, 104.28. We can see the US dollar dropping sharply on the Asian trading session following the news that, unfortunately, US has reached a record death toll on the COVID-19 cases of over 2,700 cases yesterday. Let's have a quick look at the Aussie dollar, which did tremendously well on the Asian trading session, trading as high as 0.7437. Things stand right now. RSI stochastic way in the overbought levels, but still on the back of a weak US dollar, we might see the Aussie dollar rallying a bit more today. Very good correction for the Aussie dollar. We can see the uptrend on a 60-minute chart. We can see the price is well supported by all three moving averages. Yes, so a lot of positivity on the Aussie dollar and the European currencies. Unfortunately, all that positivity is on the back of a weak US dollar. And why is the US dollar dropping? Is very disturbing, let's say. USD CAD, on the other hand, again, we can see the US dollar accelerating the downtrend, trading as low as 129.05 as things stand right now, with the RSI and the stochastic pointing sharply lower, but still not entering the oversold levels, which might leave us to think that there is more to come for the US dollar to the downside today. Now, yesterday, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, guys, closed at almost record highs again. After a negative opening, they started pushing higher 1 hour roughly after the U.S. Open, and again almost closing at record highs, especially the S&P 500, as you see on the charts. Now, the US dollar index, guys, just like the USD CAD, just like the USD JPY, is accelerating the downtrend with a sharp drop overnight. There we go, trading as low as 90.84. And leaving the RSI and the stochastic way in the oversold levels. How low can the dollar go, guys? How low? Are we going to see the 90 level reached today? Are we going to see the US dollar index trading 80 points lower? It is possible. Now, if the US dollar drops, that can only mean one thing, guys. The Aussie dollar and gold will go up. 1844 this morning for gold futures, guys. On a 60-minute chart, we saw again a very good rally and a gold cross that was formed here between the 50 and the 200 moving average. We can see gold futures settling way above that 200 moving average, implying a lot of buying power for gold. As we look at the charts right now, we can see gold pulling back a bit this morning after the opening, which is normal. We might see a retest of that 20 moving average at 1834, and then gold futures might continue the rally to the upside. Right, light crude, yeah, or Brent oil futures this morning, $48.43 for Brent oil futures. Again, good rally, I'd say, on the Asian trading session. The charts are almost identical to the crude oil charts. Great potential to the upside. But let's see what's going to happen with the OPEC meeting today, guys. In the afternoon, we expect a bit more news from OPEC and OPEC Plus. Let's see what they have decided with the oil output for January. Remember, guys, we're only 4 weeks away from year end. So we're only 4 weeks away from when the output should come into place. Very important news. Right, now let's have a quick look at Bitcoin, guys. Everyone's favorite, which took a breather around the 19,000 mark. You can see trading sideways, guys, after that whipsaw movement that we saw on Monday. Still a lot of positivity for Bitcoin. I think the entire world is waiting for Bitcoin to break the all-time highs once again at 20,000 mark. $19,258 for Bitcoin this morning, and we see a positive opening. The Bitcoin starts to push higher. As the first take profit target, guys, if you want to trade Bitcoin on such a short term, probably most traders will set their first take profits at 19,797 or somewhere in that region. Aiming for a little gain, a 500 euro gain or a $500 gain on the Bitcoin today. And who knows, guys, if that price is reached, we're only going to be $200 away from reaching the all-time high. Bitcoin might surprise everyone with an amazing rally to the upside. Right. Ethereum futures. Let's see what is happening with Ethereum futures. Oh, no. What's happening with the charts, guys? Are the charts dodgy again this morning? Right. Okay, I'm trying desperately, guys, but the charts don't want to listen to us this morning. I don't know what's happening once again. Right, Ethereum, $597.28 for Ethereum, which almost copied the movement of Bitcoin overnight. We saw both cryptocurrencies moving in the same direction recently. So if Bitcoin is expected to break the all-time high, then most likely so is Ethereum. Let's not forget, guys, great news on Ethereum that was given to us by Georgia Gatangelou last week. Apparently, Ethereum 2.0 will be launched at some point beginning of December. Yes, so I don't know. I think it's 12th of December, if I'm not mistaken. I'll do some more research on that, and I'll get back to you in the afternoon. So Ethereum is expected to go through the roof as well, guys, as they're going to launch Ethereum 2.0, the new version of Ethereum. And for the ones of you that don't know, Ethereum is used for creating smart contracts. So any ICO, any coin that anyone wants to create will most likely be created in Ethereum, with Ethereum in the background. So that's why Ethereum is very, very important for the crypto world. That's why Ethereum is the second most important cryptocurrency after the Bitcoin. Right, this is what's happening this morning, guys. Let's have a quick look at some trading signals and see how the markets look 15, 20 minutes into the European trading session. Euro USD and GBP USD, 4 green, guys, 4 strong buy positions. USD JPY, USD CHF, 4 red. We see strong sell, very strong sell positions on the US dollar, guys. My God, these pop-ups. If only these pop-ups, if only the charts would work as well as the pop-ups do, I would be the happiest guy ever. AUD USD, 4 green, 4 strong buy positions for the Aussie dollar, and USD CAD again, guys, 4 red for USD CAD. The dollar, more or less, is supposed to weaken today, at least according to investing.com, against all its other peers. So everything that has the US dollar in the left-hand side, guys, as the base currency, so far is seen as good for sell. And everything that has the dollar in the right-hand side as the quote currency, apparently is seen as good to buy. Euro USD, for example, the euro is expected to go higher. Therefore, the US dollar is expected to come down. So If you reverse the US dollar and you place the US dollar in the left hand side, like USD Canadian, then it means the US dollar is good to sell, at least according to investing.com, guys. Let's not forget the economic calendar, which has quite a few news coming out. If the services PMI data in the Eurozone comes positive in most of the countries till lunchtime, then very likely we're going to see another rally of the euro today. Now, moving on to the bottom of the chart, guys, we see Euro JPY, 4 green, 4 strong buy positions. GBP JPY as well, 4 green, 4 strong buy positions. So, and the Kiwi dollar versus the US dollar, the 5-minute chart has a neutral signal on it, and then is followed by 3 green, 3 strong buy positions for the Kiwi dollar versus the US dollar. Let's have a quick look at commodities, guys. Maybe commodities will give us, wow, okay, yes, they are giving us a sense of direction for today. More pop-ups to shoot. I love this. I think we should create a video game, guys. Shooting pop-ups when you are browsing websites. So, gold and silver futures, guys. For green, all green, basically, strong buy on gold and silver on the back of a very weak US dollar. Crude oil WTI and Brent oil as well. 4 green, guys. 4 green, strong buy positions on all 4 time frames. Natural gas, neutral on a 5-minute chart, followed by 3 red. Yeah, so oil up, natural gas down, at least as things stand right now. And US wheat, we see a bit of red on the chart as the signal, but nothing. I mean, the daily remains a strong sell. The 5-minute one is a strong sell. Let's see. We have a lot of assets with 4 green or 4 red, guys. So usually when you see 4 red or 4 green, it doesn't really make sense to look at something that has mixed trading signals, does it? Right. Okay. This is it from my side this morning, guys. Again, I wish I would have had very good news for you this morning. The COVID pandemic, guys, it's still here. It's still digging. It's still grinding. Unfortunately, creating more and more casualties in many countries around the world. But the good news is we have a vaccine. Pfizer has been approved by UK. UK should start vaccinating its population within the next week or 2. Yes, so hopefully before year end, we're going to start the vaccination, the mass vaccination in Europe as well. This is it from my side today, guys. Join me in the afternoon for the US markets open. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money.